Hey guys, how are you doing? Another episode with me. This is, that's a crazy place to put those glasses, right? But I don't lose them. If I put them on top of my head, they slide right on the floor. I know I should be using a carrying case, and I don't have one with me at the moment. I'm going to the post office and also the FedEx print place, used to be called Kinko's here in the US. And Kinko's was so successful that FedEx thought, wow, this looks like a good acquisition. I think that's how it happened. So today, two things in the back of my mind. As you know, one of my top protocols, or top things in my protocol for fighting cancer, is the fasting before chemo, right? Supposed to mitigate most of the side effects of chemotherapy. And reporting today, for me, who has had 3 sessions so far, it has done the trick. Yes, I report to you that I have had none of the nausea, I am a little tired today, and this always happens on the Thursday after my Tuesday treatment with Abraxane, which is a potent drug, but hopefully it's doing its number on the cancer, right? We shall see. But it does a number on me too. I mean, it attacks, your normal stuff. For most people, especially if you don't do the fasting, I'm telling you, there are so many clinical studies out there that say, throwing up to the point where they just had to stop the clinical trial. That's pretty bad. And then, getting to the point where they didn't want to participate in the clinical trial because they were on the side that didn't fast. And they thought, well, maybe there's something to the fasting and I don't want to be the placebo. So, yeah, it actually does work. But does it get everything? I say no, because, and everybody's different, everybody's body's different, but I am noticing hair loss. And not like 1 or 2 strands. It's like significant to the point where it looks like Rover slept on my pillow last night, right? Lots of hair. So, and I don't have, as you can see, I don't have a lot of hair. So we'll see how this goes. I'm planning a longer fast going into this next Tuesday, where I have chemotherapy in the morning, a PET scan scheduled for the afternoon. I'll go into that like fasting for starting later today. I do have scheduled today though, like a ribeye steak to start my fast. And I'm not sure why, but I just feel like I want to have really good nutrition going into this thing. So that's what I'm going to do. The second thing that I notice is this third day after, I guess it would be, the chemo, I get this like somebody knocked the wind out of me today. My voice is different, a little higher, and I just feel different. So I know that's going on as well. So it's like a 1-2 punch. But as you notice, I'm still out. Oh, the other thing actually is that plus I noticed on the scale I am down a little bit on my pounds. So I want to keep a really sharp eye on that. My daughter said, Dad, you just need to exercise more, use those muscles more. And I know she's right, I need to get out, do walking, do whatever I can. So I am getting out. This isn't working too much as I'm in the car. But later may do a walk if it doesn't rain. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna go in and do some faxing and also some printing, and I'll be right back. I'm back. The hair thing doesn't bother me as much as the weight loss does. So I am sipping on my branched chain amino acids, of which leucine is my buddy. It's a branched chain amino acid. And the reason it's good is because it helps synthesize stuff you eat, like proteins, into muscle. So that's helpful. But I think Rachel and another friends on Twitter are right that you just need to exercise more. Now, I just got back from Brazil from a trip down there where I got my chloroquine, and I did, as you guys may have noted on some of the videos that I did down there, I did not stop for 1 minute, and I felt really good. I did exceed my protein limit a couple of times, but was cautious to watch my numbers. There was a couple days that I got as much fat as I normally do in my diet. You know, what I do is really high fat and lower protein. Protein's not supposed to be something that I should concentrate on so much on this therapeutic ketogenic diet. But the reason why it's of concern to me is because of this, you know, the scale going down on certain days, and I'm not sure if that's water loss or what's going on with me, but certainly I want to see it gradually go up. You know, I mean, if I'm doing the stuff that should be building muscle, and maybe I'm not doing it enough, you know. As much as I moved down there, I know a lot of it wasn't walking, a lot of it wasn't climbing, or a lot of it wasn't doing any certain sort of exercise. It was more just movement. You know, I was getting out and moving, walking, grocery store shopping, you know, doing my host's day-to-day routine. And I felt great. You know, I stayed away from the foods that I knew I shouldn't have, and it was really easy to fit their day within my rigid specifications, which sometimes that's not too easy when you go traveling to, especially a foreign country, right? So it worked out really well. They have even better choices down there than we have here in the United States. Everything is just so processed. And down there, they have processed out, like I always say, out the wazoo, but not so much. You know, they have like a lot of, you could go to like a real butcher and get the fat cuts that you want. And Louise did that just for me. He said, no, we'll take that right there. You know, it was like dripping with the fat coming down it. You know, no, don't cut the fat off. That's what we're looking for. And, you know, there were more than once I tipped the pan over into my plate and, you know, took the fat off the bottom of the pan, and it was just heaven. So it can be done, and I've proven that part. Down there, I was weighing myself on a traditional scale, and I was hitting like 70 kilos every day, 70 and a half. And this morning, I think I was at 147 pounds. So down a bit, you know, I don't know. I just don't like seeing anything go down, right? I'm working so hard on this, or am I, right? And maybe I'm concentrating on the wrong parts. And could be something I'm taking as far as a supplement that may be a little thermogenic. Not sure. I just really want to concentrate on that. My mom thinks it's because I do a lot of fasts, but I try to tell her that fasting really shouldn't be like pulling energy from my muscles that are there already. So I don't know. Anyhow, I'm looking at that. It's in the back of my mind. As you can tell, I'm slightly concerned about it, and I just want to share that with you guys because you know, it's something. That's what happens when you measure stuff and listen to your body, is that you know right away, you know, that something's going on. Also, standing in front of a mirror, you know, turn sideways and look at yourself. I mean, you know, I do, and you know, I know there's parts that I could like add. Well, I know I had a lot of padding going into this, right? So that's all gone, and that'll scare you right there when you look in the mirror and go, whoa, who is this guy? So maybe it's not something should be too concerned about, but I'm gonna hold it right there at 147, 146, and that's like hitting the fire alarm for me. I'm gonna do everything I can to put on a few more pounds. So yeah, that's my plan for now. This is going to be a short video. Just wanted to give you guys a little update on the day. It's that day between chemo in the week. That's the one that's the heavy hitter. And that's today. Last time that I had a week off that I went to Brazil. But before that week, I mean, the Thursday, it was like, you know, my mom texted me. She said, well, what are you doing? Where are you? And I said, I'm lying here in bed and I don't want to get out, you know. And I had already gotten up, got my shower, clothes on and everything, and just like, I didn't collapse onto the bed, but you know, I went back onto the bed and just go, this feels so good. And I laid there probably for most of the day just sleeping because, you know, my body needed to recover from what was going on. So it was kind of important to me to let the body do its thing. You know, listen to your body, take notes. I got a notebook that I put everything down in if I'm feeling like, you know, whatever way I'm feeling. Make sure even on the crappy days that you follow through with your protocol. It's so important. Don't give up when you're feeling crappy. Not giving up, but give in. You know, don't like go, oh, you know, I'm feeling crappy today, so I'm just gonna skip the vitamins or whatever you take, you know, whatever you're taking on your protocol, whatever you're doing. Don't do that, you know, just, I mean, make it so at 8:30 in the morning, I take my measurements. I'm feeling crappy today, take the measurements anyway, man. Just keep it going, all right? You know, this disease is not taking a day off, and neither should you. I leave you with that. We'll see you on the next video. Please ask your friends to subscribe. I already know that you're subscribed because you're one of my buddies here. And love you so much for all that you do and all the encouragement.